Today we will be talking about how to get around in Jamaica. In Jamaica, we have numerous ways of traveling around the island. It's up to you which one you want to choose. And so far, maybe there are more, but I have 8 tips or 8 methods of transportation that you can use. Alright, so the first one is taxi. I know it's very, common, but in Jamaica we have 2 types of taxis. We have the route taxis and we have the chartered taxis. Now, for the chartered taxis, these are normally owned by companies, and you have like on-time taxi, cool cabs. There's so many of them, like different companies, and how it works is where you call in a main station, and this company or this station has different people working for them, or different, taxi drivers working with them. So when you call in, say for example, I'm at University of Technology and I want to go to Halfway Tree. You call at the base, they'll normally give you a number, and when you call that number, they will radio in to find out who is available or who is the nearest area to your location, and then a taxi will go up to your location and then bring you to your destination. Now, it ranges from about $400 up depending on your distance. This is 400 Jamaican dollars, and depending on the time also, it can change. So for example, anytime after 12, they might charge you a little more. 12 a.m. they might charge you a little more. So it's late in the night, they might charge you a little more. Now, for route taxis, you will normally see them. Those are the ones that you see very frequently, and they'll be passing around in different places. And how to identify a route taxi? They will normally have like a checkered print along the car, and I'll give you an example by maybe taking a picture of how one looks. So this is an example of a route taxi. For the route taxis are normally the cheapest one, and they have different sections. So for example, let's use Papine. You're in Papine. A vehicle from Papine to Halfway Tree would be 100 Jamaican dollars, and it varies depending on your location and the area that you are in. The second method is public bus or public transportation. These are the minibus, or what you call them. They're a little bigger, like the buses that you'll see, and they're not normally printed. Most of them are colored yellow or painted yellow, but some of them you can almost identify them by the loud music that they're playing in the bus. But they're also similar to the route taxis, where the fees range around $100 and up, sometime depending on the distance you're going. Third method of transportation is Knutsford Express. Now, for Knutsford Express, this is what you would consider, for example, it will be similar to maybe a Greyhound bus, where it travels from one area of the country to the next. And this we're talking about from Kingston to Montego Bay, from Kingston to St. Elizabeth, from Kingston to Ochi, from Kingston to Portland, a far distance. But these are normally a little bit more pricey, maybe a little more than a little bit more pricey. So I think depending on where you're going, I think maybe a Knutsford bus from Kingston to Montego Bay could charge you around $2,000. I'm not so sure the price anymore. It probably raised, probably it's decreased, but that's around that fee. rent. You can rent a vehicle. You can rent a bus, you can rent a car, or whatever it is. You can rent a vehicle, and there are normally different companies that are available in the country for you to rent a vehicle to go to your attractions or wherever. Hotel transportation. Now, depending on the hotel, you have some hotels that have their own transportation, method of transportation, and therefore they will, I guess maybe for an additional fee, I don't know much about that, so I really can't talk about it, but they will have access to transportation, or they have some partnership with a company that will take you to the different attractions and bring you right back to the hotel. So if you feel a little more safe not going out on your own to these attractions, you can choose that method by going with the hotel's method of transportation, while them taking you to the attraction and then bringing back to your hotel. It's a guided tour vehicle. Now, you have different companies that offer different transportation packages throughout the island, and the most common one, or the one that I can think of off my head, is the Juta Tours. I think they have so many other companies that offer. I think Island Routes is one of them, and a bunch of other companies that offer transportation services. I think Traveler Taxi is another one. But I can, I'll write an article with all the information and share them with you. Just give you an idea of your methods of transportation, and depending on the type of travel that you're planning to do, you can choose accordingly. Right, so the 7th method, for the ones who are very adventurous, you can choose a bike for transportation. But if you're looking to travel with luggage or travel with bags, that might not be the best option, but it is an option. If you want to leave your bags at the hotel, or depending on where you are, you won't be traveling with a bag, you can rent a bike and you can go to wherever you want to go and then come back to your accommodation area. The final one is bicycle. You can rent a bicycle, you can purchase a bicycle, bring your own bicycle into the country, and you can. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because I've seen people do this before. There was a couple that came from, I think, Switzerland, and they were riding around the country. I think it was last year. They were riding around the country on a bicycle. Yes, so it is possible, and it is a great way of seeing the island, because when you're on a bicycle, you are more aware of what's going on, and you are able to see things that you would normally see in a vehicle. So that is an option or a method of transportation that you can travel with. And the bonus method of transportation is a plane. Yes, it's crazy. Yes, it's a plane. And I know you can travel across the island in 4 hours, but you can use a plane. There is a company, I don't remember the name, but there are companies or airlines that allows you to travel from Kingston to Montego Bay on a plane, and vice versa. It sounded ridiculous to me when I heard about it, but yeah, it's an option. If you don't want to travel the bus method and you want to experience the plane and everything, you can choose that method. Travel from Kingston to Montego Bay and vice versa. Alright, those are the methods of transportation that we have. It's getting dark now, so I'm not sure if you can still see me, and I'm sure there is someone in the background looking from their house on me to see what I'm doing now. I am currently in Beverly Hills beside someone's house shooting the video, so hopefully they don't call the police on me. So yeah, those are the tips that I have so far, and let me know the things that you want to know about transportation in Jamaica, getting around Jamaica via public transportation, because that's the method I prefer. And yeah, I'll share with you, all the information I can share with you, or I can think of, or people will ask me, and give you as much information as possible. So I'm going to wrap this video now, because I think that somebody is looking at me right about now. So yeah, see you next, whenever I meet you. Yeah.